I'm a Sonic fan, and I love Seattle, and it's an opportunity for me to do something great for my city, and also bring the NBA back here, so I have a team to root for.
I know you reiterated some of this earlier inside, but you can keep it as brief as you want, but what are some of your basic concerns about having this arena go forward with no teams secured right now?
I think, again, that's just a matter of patience. So if we can get the deal in place with the city, then you're just talking about when, not if. Again, it's a market that, I'm pretty sure the NBA would like to be in and the NHL would like to be in. I think they both consider it one of, if not the most valuable, potential markets in the U.S. So our job is to focus on putting an arena deal together that will support those teams, and if we're patient, I think something good will happen.
If not Sacramento or New Orleans, you'd have to wait a couple more years, it looks like.
I mean, it's just not my position to comment on individual franchises or situations. I think, people in Seattle should be the first to appreciate that, after losing our team. So, that's not my job to comment. Other than to say, I think if we take care of our business, we'll be successful.
Are there
with regard to
if the city doesn't approve the $200 million, essentially it's a loan that and they're getting their money back?
I mean, I think that's what we're focused on. I mean, I think we'll listen to the concerns of the city and county council, and the agreement that we have is an agreement we reach with the mayor's staff and the county executive. But there can be tweaks to it. It's not like this is a final binding proposal. So we'll work with city and county council and try to make sure that people's concerns are addressed and the deal moves forward.
Are you pleased with the direction where this is going, and are you confident this deal can get done?
I am. I mean, I think it's going. You guys know as well as me. I think the public reaction has been very good. I think people understand that we went at it the right way. We tried to find a deal that was acceptable to the taxpayers, to the city, to all the different constituencies, and that's where we started the basis of our thinking on this. And again, I think it's fair, but it's for the people of Seattle to decide.
You've been pretty media shy, and you're obviously surrounded by cameras here, which doesn't look like a very fun thing.
Yeah.
I wonder, are you going to be more present in Seattle as this process goes forward?
As much as I have to be, I understand that it comes with the territory that, an endeavor like this is going to require me speaking to the media, different constituencies, to the people. So, I'm going to do the best I can, but at the same time, I'm not a person who's going to be out to get media attention for my ego or benefit. So I think that as much as I need to be, but hopefully not.
How patient are you? Obviously, you've acquired the property, but I mean, you obviously don't want to sit there and do nothing for 10 years. I would just say I'm approaching this a little bit more from maybe not the same way I would a private equity or venture investment or public equity investment that I've done. Even in my business, I'm a very patient investor, so I'm willing to be very patient, as measured in years, so.
How hurt were you when Sonic left, and then what would it mean for you to bring that team back personally?
I mean, I think it would mean the same to me as it would mean to any fan here. I mean, it's slightly depressing to come back at this time of the year and there's there's no professional sports. So I mean, the Huskies are great, and I wish them the best in the Pac-10 tournament and hopefully the NCAAs. But it would be great to have a team to root for. So.
You talked about Key Arena and sharing sort of. It sounded like you were implying they would share the same staff in some way. You said that that would be a cost savings. What did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I think when you're operating an arena, there's a certain amount of executives that are responsible for the operations, and then you have concessionaires and security people and ticket takers and these type of things, and there's a certain amount of duplication in that. And so there's definitely economies of scale of operating venues in a given market. And so to the extent that we were already doing that for a very big new arena, it would make sense that we would have the infrastructure to lower the costs of operating a queue.
How much recent communication, if any, have you had with the Commissioner's office, the NBA?
I mean, it's not really for me to comment on that. I think, we've obviously been in dialogue with the NBA, about our efforts, and it's not really for me to comment on those discussions. You know, one point I would just make clear is, you know, I'm interested in supporting the arena proposal and being the NBA owner. You know, somebody else should take up the NHL ownership endeavor, and that's always been the position I have. That's clear. So, but we have been in discussions with hockey too about you know, Seattle as a market, and I think they're very interested. I mean, it's a great market, so I think they consider it one of their more valuable, if not their most valuable market in the U.S. So.
How tough is it that both leagues don't seem to be in favor of expansion? It's obviously a matter of relocation.
You know, I mean, I think that's for other people to speculate on. So, it's not my job.
Sorry, we got to wrap up.
Thank you guys all for your time.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.